Okay, so the next film to talk about on this podcast is A Real Pain. This was written and directed by Jesse Eisenberg, which most people know as an actor from various films over the years, most notably probably The Social Network. He played that sort of Mark Zuckerberg character. This one has got Kieran Culkin in, who won a couple of Best Supporting Actor awards for his performance here. You can see why. We'll go into that. But it's basically about two cousins that go on a European trip to visit their hometown of their now deceased grandmother, because it was the last place in Europe that the family lived before they got chased out by the Nazis. Basically, is their grandmother moved to America. That's how they ended up in America, because they were running away from the Holocaust. So there's this whole backdrop of the Holocaust going on, is that they go to a concentration camp. They are on a tour with other people who were there for that reason. They have a tour guide to show them around Poland. And these two cousins, they're wildly different. Eisenberg's character is quite inhibited, and he's kind of shy and quiet and happy to go along with the consensus, whereas Kieran Culkin's character is the opposite of that. He's bombastic and outgoing and lively, but also has, big mood swings where he's up and down. So they make for an interesting dynamic, because obviously their history comes out in the course of the film. We get to find out what sort of happened between them over the years, and contrasts them quite well. So when I first heard about this film, I wasn't really mad keen on it, because I wasn't a massive Jesse Eisenberg fan in the first instance. And Kieran Culkin's okay. I watched all of Succession and thought he was great in it, but his character is such a shitbag, such a horrible, nasty little character, that I kind of thought, is he just going to be doing this? Is this going to be his shtick where he's just this and it's not the case. I'm glad to report it is not the case. He was more than that in this. And we just talked about Anora and the fact that we didn't think it deserved all the Oscars that it got, but I thought his BAFTA win or whatever, and Oscar win was probably well deserved, because he did do really well here. I was really impressed with Eisenberg's filmmaking. It's a very tight film. It's a very beautiful film, considering the subject matter is kind of just like a road movie. But he did a beautiful job of it, and I was really impressed with that, more so than I thought I would ever be. At first I thought, Jesse Eisenberg, okay. But I came out going, Jesse Eisenberg, yeah, man, this guy's made a great film here. And I think it is a great film. I think it balanced really well between that road trip comedy, but with the serious underlying element of the Holocaust, and what happened there, and how this has affected people and generations going forward. Had something to say, and I thought it said it quite well. Has moments of hilarity, make you laugh out loud. Has poignant moments that can leave a lump in your throat as well. It's some quite sad stuff in there in terms of Culkin's character. He's kind of a troubled young guy. And before I hand over to you, I would say this is like, for me, at the end of it, I thought it was kind of like Planes, Trains and Automobiles 2, the Holocaust reunion. That sounds terrible, but do you know what I mean by that?
Absolutely. It's exactly, you took the words out of my mouth. Planes, Trains and Automobiles, that's exactly what it is. And because obviously going back to Planes, Trains and Automobiles, that's a very poignant movie by the end, and you have that emotional weight to it, and that's what you have here. There's more in this, because obviously there's a lot more going on. But totally agree. I mean, I am a Jesse Eisenberg I've enjoyed fan. I've enjoyed his performances over the years. So, and I'd seen the trailer for this, and I was looking forward to kind of the opposite of you. But you got a chance to see it before me, and was like, and I was so pleasantly surprised when you'd said, "Go watch it. It's good. It's really great." So I was really happy with it. For me, it was kind of new for Kieran Culkin, because obviously I'd seen him in things like Home Alone as a kid. There's small moments, but not really seen much over the years. And I haven't watched Succession, so for me it was kind of fresh for me to watch his performance. But I agree, it was fantastic. It's a very chaotic performance and a role to take on, because as you say, like he 1 minute he's like the life of the party and talking to everyone and hey, how are you doing, and the next minute it's him being a twat basically, and you're like, whoa, what's going on here? This is like really hard to handle. It's fascinating because it's a buddy comedy. It's talking about it's funny, but it balances that line of being funny and then dealing with all these very deep issues throughout it. Not only is the Holocaust a kind of background to it, but it's not even really about that. It's about the stuff that's gone on in Culkin's character's life in relation to Eisenberg's character, and kind of the two different paths these characters have taken as cousins, where they've ended up at. We won't spoil exactly what's happened because that's the meat on the bones of the story, really. But it's very, by the end of the film, I'm sitting there with a lump in my throat going, Jesus, this is like,
It was that ending that really made me think of Planes, Trains and Automobiles in a way.
Exactly.
Like more powerful than I expected.
It was.
I was kind of expecting a little bit of an indie kind of road trip movie where there's two guys that are cousins and one's getting on the other one's nerves and there's going to be a big argument at some point. But it was so much more than all of that. Also, really, really nice as well to see Jennifer Grey in a movie again.
Yes.
Because I haven't seen her in anything for years. I'm sure she's done a lot of stuff and probably done, maybe, I don't know, some TV and stuff as well. But I hadn't actually seen her in anything like this for a long time. And I was like, oh my God, Jennifer Grey. I had a massive crush on her when I was Dirty Dancing and the rest of it. And it was like, oh my God, it's Jennifer Grey.
It was wonderful to see her. I don't think I've seen anything since Dirty Dancing, to be honest. But yeah, I think it's a film that there's so much going on. There's so many layers of things that start to unpeel. So yeah, as you say, you come in thinking it's a buddy movie and just kind of road trip and but yeah, every scene something else comes out and you start to be like, oh, this is really interesting. And there's a lot of philosophical kind of unpicking that's going on about, should we do this and even about just the fact that like the scene where they're in a graveyard and it's like, should we really be babbling on about history, or should we just be respecting the dead kind of thing? And it's interesting kind of things that start to be explored and unpicked in it, which makes it a really interesting film to explore, really, and is much more than just a buddy comedy kind of
oh god, yeah really successful in terms of it got a lot of attention over the award season. I'm not sure Eisenberg got as much as Culkin in terms of nominations and actual winning the awards, but he deserved to. And as I said, the filmmaking I thought was really admirable. There was some really beautiful stuff in there. So I have newfound respect for him so far. And yeah, Culkin definitely deserved his accolades.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was such a refreshing performance. And I saw him winning the awards and thinking, oh, that's interesting, he's winning the awards. Why is that? And then to watch it, you go, bloody hell, yeah.
That's why. Yeah. I'd say thumbs up, definitely see it.
Definitely.
Well worth investing some time in and watching it, and you might be pleasantly surprised as we were. Thanks very much for watching this video, we really appreciate it. The best way to support this channel is by dropping us a like and subscribing. Other ways to support us include Buy Me a Coffee and Patreon. This video was sponsored by funkyt-shirts.co.uk. Check out their website for a full range of awesome t-shirt designs. You can find all the links in the description.